Good evening, everyone. After a so long time, we are back again. Last time we have finished our session number 10, and then due to some internal issues, and later on, I was infected by COVID 19. So it was a mess. But with all of your blessings and with the help of my doctor friends, I am alive and I'm fine today. So, yeah, it's very nice to meet you again, people, my friends. I was really missing you all because it's a so long time I'm doing this thing from I think August last year. I'm doing this thing in each every week, so it's kind of habit, made a habit for me. So I was really missing this type of workshops and all. So finally I'm back in the session number 10. We had to you know give the overview of some of the effects, because I thought to stop it over there due to some issues. But as we have started, so I will obviously discuss and demonstrate in detail, okay, at least some of them. And as usual, as you know, we have actually three main segments of our workshop. First, I'll take questions from you regarding the previous sessions. So if you have any question regarding our regarding the topics which we have discussed so far in our previous sessions, you can certainly ask, and then I'll demonstrate and share something with you. And at the last, you will also ask me about anything you want to ask, especially regarding GoldWave or maybe co-related stuff. So
Okay.
without further delay, let me give you people microphone so you can ask
Am
whatever
I
you want to say. Yeah,
audible?
please.
Am I audible?
Yes, go.
Since it has been demonstrated, I want to mean normalization.
Yes.
Since it has been demonstrated, I have tried several time to normalize audio, but I am facing some issues, facing some problems to normalize the audio. I
Yeah.
request one more time. I demonstrate display uh, maybe thrice. In spite of that, it is my request to demonstrate one more time,
Yeah,
step by step.
yeah,
How can I normalize?
certainly
First,
demonstrate. I'll certainly
okay, thank
demonstrate.
you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll certainly demonstrate the normalization.
Next,
Sir, excuse me, sir.
you should say, uh,
Latuta, your voice is cutting. I have heard about your normalization issue, and I'll certainly demonstrate that, obviously. So I think you have one more issue you want to share. So I cannot hear your voice. So if you please repeat the second question.
I, I, I would another information. It is not a question. I would like to add information. Till today, we have done our job with a file. We edit, we add some effects, etc. with an on an file. But how can I manage a folder? I want to know these tricks and tips on that.
Folder means what you'd like to do with the
Am I
folder.
clear? Am I?
I mean, what you would like
There
to
are
do with
many
the folder.
files in the folder.
So you can, add.
For I can add effect, etc., etc., or I can remove sounds or noise from that folder. How can I?
Okay,
Am I
okay,
clear?
yeah. Okay, fine. I got you. That section actually we
Okay.
have not touched
Okay.
yet, which is called batch processing. We'll certainly cover that. Okay,
Okay.
maybe not today, but later on, we'll surely cover that. Okay, someone else was asking, maybe Archana, if I'm not
Hello,
wrong.
sir. Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
Daniel.
Yes, sir. I want to ask, if what are the difference between noise reduction and noise gate, sir? Can you please little bit
Okay, noise
explain?
reduction and noise gate. Fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, noise, Laltuda, I'll demonstrate the normalization, okay, after I start the class. Now, see,
Okay. No,
noise,
no, no problem.
yeah, noise gate is something, let's say I'm speaking, hello, how are you? So as you have seen that there is a gap between my hello and how are you. Now see, let's say I have a fan running, and there is obviously the fan noise, but it is not so much audible very much when I am talking. But when I am silent, I am not talking. In that cases, you can hear it properly, the noise of my fan. So what the noise gate does, it actually remove that noise. How it removes? It actually look at the maximum peak value. Okay, and we will give a threshold. Let's say I have given minus 30 dB. So see, when I'm speaking like hello, 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 maybe my gain is like say minus 3 dB, minus 5 dB or so. But when I'm silence, and you can hear the fan, though you cannot hear it because I have already applied some noise removal. But if the noise is there, you can hear my fan noise, but obviously not as loud as I am. So the bottom of the story is the noise is way low in volume in compared to my speech, my voice. So I should give uh, our noise gate the parameter, which is the threshold, and I should give a proper threshold. So what it will do, if it finds the sound below the threshold, if I put like minus 30 dB, if I'm not talking, only the fan noise is there, maybe it is minus 35 or minus 40. So noise gate will take it as noise and mute it. So basically it is a point, the threshold, where noise gate will start to work. If the sound is above the threshold, then it will do nothing. If the sound is below the threshold, then it will mute that sound. Okay, that is the case of noise gate. I'm sorry. And what the noise reduction does, like if my noise is so much, I mean when I'm having talking, even if I say like sa, you can hear my sa along with the noise. I mean my noise is so much, so loud that you can even hear the noise when even I'm speaking. So in that case, you will use noise reduction. So noise reduction basically tries to reduce noise in the whole section. Okay, and I have given you my advice. Like first, try to use noise gate. If noise gate doesn't remove your noise properly, then use noise reduction, because noise reduction will also remove some of the good quality of your actual sound. So that is why it is recommended to use the noise gate first. If it doesn't solve your problem, if your noise is too loud that the noise gate cannot handle it properly, then you will only use the noise reduction thing.
Gate will remove the specific noise. For example, when I say hello and then the word hello and then the gap it has a noise, the noise gate job will do is to remove the noise of
Yes.
that particularly. Okay, thank you. Got it, sir.
So this noise gate only deals with noise in the gaps, or it can also influence noise while the spoken word also.
No, no, it only works in the gaps.
Okay, okay. So I think the threshold is default is 30 dB, minus 30 dB, I think,
Ah, ah.
or minus 16 dB.
Yeah, it should be minus 30 or so, but you need to play with that depending. Sometimes it removes the actual, for example,
Hello.
yes.
Sir, I don't know about this noise, get and noise.
Yeah, that is why Krit, I recommended you when you'll get time, please try to, get our previous sessions. It is already discussed, I think,
Okay,
maybe
okay.
in session
So
number 3 or 4.
this is covered in previous sessions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In previous lessons, we have covered that. Is there anything to ask, friends? Okay, then I'll go.
Leaving menus. Arcana.
I hope you can hear my JAWS
Control Windows
volume.
left arrow. Desktop 2.
And
File
those
untitled
who
1.
can see, I'll also route my
Alt Control Windows F7.
yes.
File untitled.
So
No sound so
we are in our GoldWave. Now first, before moving to my focus topic, now I'll record something very quickly. very quickly. Yeah, my voice is also got recorded very quickly.
Time.
So this is the recording which I have just I have just done. Now, you know,
This recording is also covered now in previous.
yes. Everything is covered. So normalization, first of all, what normalization does, what it does actually, and how it works. So first, it scans the selected area. I mean, I can normalize the whole file, or maybe I can normalize a particular portion of the file. In that case, I need to select that particular portion using our left bracket and right bracket keys. But we mostly do the whole thing. We mostly normalize the whole thing. So it scans the whole thing, the whole audio, and finds the loudest portion of it. Okay, so let's say I'm talking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So as you can see, my 4 is way louder than my 1, 2, 3. Okay, or maybe I can just speak like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So still it is like very close, but still the 4 is louder than the other numbers. So it scans and find the loudest portion, loudest part of the audio. Now let's imagine that my 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4, this 4 is minus 3 dB loud. Okay, now while normalizing, we can put a value, like make it normalize at minus 1 dB or make it normalize at 0 dB. Obviously we shouldn't cross 0 dB. Okay, that will be like clipping. So let's say I have put like I have put like 0 dB normalization. So what it does, it scans, and what it found that my loudest portion is minus 3 dB. So what it will do, it will turn up the volume of the whole file by 3 dB to make it 0. So what will happen after the normalization, my maximum peak or maximum loudest portion, which is 4 in my case, will be 0 dB. Now see, I'm going to the normalization option. Here in GoldWave, it is called maximize volume. Okay, this effect is called, because GoldWave is using like some normal terms so that people can understand it properly. So normalization, if I ask someone who knows nothing about sound engineering, if I ask, do you know what is normalization, then that particular person may not answer it properly, or may not get it like what it is. But if I say like, okay, do you know what maximize volume may do, then he can answer like, okay, it may like increase the volume to the maximum, etc, etc. So anyway, I'll go to the FX menu, Alt plus C.
Alt C. Menu.
And you can manually go there by Alt and right arrows as well. So I'm not going in detail. So I'm pressing U to go to the volume submenu,
Auto gain shift
and
plus
M to activate the maximize volume.
leaving menus.
3%, 100%.
File untitled 1. Maximize volume dialog. Presets edit combo.
So as you see, it gives some percentage. This percentage is like it is scanning. So my file is very small one. If my file is a big one, then it will take little time to scan the file. Now, just to show you, I am in the preset box. Now, if I press Shift plus Tab,
List view. Left to 0.4719 minus 6.52 dB 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 8 seconds. 83,408.
1 of 2.
so I have got two values. Okay, first for the left channel and second for the right channel, because I am using a stereo sound. Okay, now I have got several information.
Channel. Left.
Channel left,
Rank. 2.
rank 2,
Maximum. 0.4719.
maximum 0.47. This is percentage kind of thing.
dB. Minus 6.52 dB.
So dB. So see, my maximum volume of that piano recording was minus 6 point something dB.
dB. Minus 6.52 dB.
Minus 6.52. If I go to the next option by pressing down arrow, next list.
Right 1 0.5753 minus 4.80 dB 0 hours.
So it is minus 4.80 dB or something like that.
6 out of
Time. 0 dB. Minus 4.80 dB.
Minus 4.80. So in compare, this is the loudest portion, minus 4.80. Now, if I ask my GoldWave, like if I press tab now,
Presets edit combo.
I'll get some presets. I'm not touching the presets right now.
Preview. Stop. OK. Cancel. Help. Maximum left paren dB right paren colon edit combo. 0.00.
So here is the maximum peak value. So now it is set to 0 dB. That means I am asking GoldWave, okay, whatever it is, make it to minus 0 or 0 dB. So see, it is what is my maximum peak value right now? Minus 4.80. So it will basically increase the volume of the whole track by 4.80 dB. So after that, what will happen? My maximum gain will be, or maximum peak will be 0 dB. Now if I want, I can decrease it, which I'll do.
Page down. Minus 1.00.
Minus 1.0 dB. So what I am asking GoldWave to do, I'm asking increase the volume so that the maximum peak value will be minus 1. So what it will do, it will increase it by 3.80 dB. So let me do that.
Enter.
3%, 100%,
File untitled 1. File untitled 1.
Now play it. Now see, you are getting the piano louder. If I undo it, just to let you know, so that you can hear it and compare.
Undo.
I'm undoing it. So it is low in volume. Redoing it. This is the way, the normalization works actually. And I recommend you people to keep it at minus 1, because you should have some headroom, and when you upload it in places like YouTube also do some kind of normalization internally. So it is best to not normalize it to 0 dB, normalize to minus 1 dB instead. That is my recommendation for you.
My question is, the question is, when I've tried this normalization or maximum volume feature. So I run the thing, I make it minus 1.0, and then I apply it. Now after applying it, if I again go to the same feature and run it again, that maximum thing goes to 0.0.
Okay,
It,
so
the same file.
let me see.
You got what I asked?
File untitled. Menu bar. Redo control. Redo control plus Y unavailable. Escape. Menu. Escape.
Fine, let me
Leaving
check
menus.
mine.
File untitled 1. Menu. Leaving menus.
3%,
Process. List view. Left to 0.7311 minus 2.72 dB 0 hours. Right 1 0.8913 minus 1.00 dB 0 hours.
So see, my right one was louder. So now it is minus 1.0. Previously it was minus 4.80, and the left one was minus 6 point something. Okay, so now it is correctly, the maximum value is now minus 1.0. So it works this way.
Escape. File on top.
There is a preset called full dynamic range, which will basically take it to the 0 dB. And as you can also create a preset after setting minus 1. You can create a preset, what I did also. Okay,
100%,
Maximum 9. Minus 1 decibel. Minus 1 decibel normalize.
Excuse
minus
me,
1 to
sir.
minus.
Hello,
Yes.
sir.
Escape.
So, sir, what is the feature of add preset, sir? So, what does it do, sir? Thank you.
See, if I do something regularly, for example, here are some preset which GoldWave already given us. Now see, I always normalize to minus 1 dB. Now the existing presets doesn't allow me to do that. So each time what I need to do, I need to go there. Go to the normalization or full dynamic, maximize volume effects, and then press tab a couple of times, and then change the value to minus 1, and then press enter. So it is some extra steps like. So what I can do instead, I can set minus 1 dB first and then save it as a preset, okay, with my own preferred name. So next time what I'll do, I'll open the effect like maximize volume, and then I'll choose that particular preset, like in my case minus 1 dB normalize, and I'll press enter and everything is done.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
File untitled.
fine. Now,
Undo. Time 18.
Sir,
yes,
is it getting recorded right now?
yeah, hopefully. Hopefully it is
Pradeep,
better.
hello. Pradeep,
Ah,
hello. Am I
yes,
audible?
yes.
Please increase your jaws voice a little bit. Please increase your jaws voice.
Okay, fine, fine, fine. Let me just.
Windows B. System. Op Studio. Focusrite. Thunderbird. Focusrite. Application. Mixing slash rooting. Scarlet 8. Mixing. Escape. Windows. System. Op Studio. Focusrite. Thunderbird. Two apps are using. Network not available. Main output. Tray. System tray. Main output. Application. Context. Open sound setting. Open volume. Enter. Toolbar application. Volume for application file for JAWS up down slider 60. 80%. Toolbar mute application.
I hope it is right, correct right now.
Alt F4. GoldWave. File untitled 1.
Okay, so let me know if it doesn't work and I need to increase it again. So yeah, so I hope we have learned about the normalization, and let me move to the next portion or the focus topic. The first one is compressor. It is little boring, I know, for some of you, but it is very, very essential stuff. Those who come to me for learning Reaper, I tell everyone that if you know equalizer, compressor, and reverb and delay, these four effects, then you are 50% a sound engineer. So this is the most used, one of the most used effects or tools in the industry. So first thing you need to understand that what is a compressor and how it works. As the name suggests, compressor will compress. Now what it will compress? The size of the file? No. That we do using the like WinZip, WinRAR, etc. But it will compress the volume or the gain. Now already we have played with several gain tools, the tools which or effects which deals with gain. Okay, but compressor has its own way to dealing stuff, okay, which we'll gradually come to know. Now what happens now in the day-to-day life? We use compressor for various actions obviously, but main we have two uses of the compressor. First thing is shaping the volume. Let's say I'm playing. So you can see that I have played some notes louder than the rest. So it sounds little odd. This, it was way louder than the others. Sometimes it happens. Let's say you are singing. Don't worry, I'm not a singer. So especially for the classical type of thing, or maybe when you are dealing with a long note, so you can see like see. So I'm becoming louder. I mean, then it should be. Now, if you normalize, for example, if I let's say
Time 18 point.
I'm deleting this.
Deleted.
I'm again recording. This voice will also be recorded.
Time 2 point.
Stop. Yeah, record
Deleted.
once again.
Delete. Time. Deleted. Error dialog. Cannot play a sound. Escape.
Sorry.
File on top.
Yeah. See, you can see the most of the part, it is way low in volume, but some notes I have accidentally pressed very hard. Now, if I now normalize, if I see,
Alt C. Auto. Leaving menus.
3%,
and I'm, for the sake of this demonstration, I'm normalizing to the full dynamic range,
FF. 90%. Default. Full dynamic. Enter.
100%,
File untitled 1.
and I'm playing. See, it has not increased so much. Only the loudest portion, louder notes have increased so much. So compressor actually deals with these type of problems. Okay, so it basically how it works. I'll let you know. I'll demonstrate obviously, but it basically tries to find the loudest portion, and then it tries to decrease the volume of it to shape the overall dynamics properly. So it basically reduces dynamics. Do you know what is dynamic? It is just like the lowest and loudest portion. Like I'm saying, "Hello, how are you? How are you?" So see, I'm while I'm talking, I'm increasing my volume, decreasing the volume. That's the normal, And similarly in vocal, if you sing like "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star," it will sound very odd. You sing like "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, so little." These are dynamics, You know it better than me, but I'm just letting you know how it works. So it actually squash or reduces the dynamics to do some good stuff. I mean, to shape it properly. And as it is squashing the dynamics, I mean the loudest part, loudest portions, it can also use in a different way to boost the quietest portion. So, especially when I'm speaking, let's say you're recording a podcast or audiobooks. So, what happens sometimes? Let's say I'm talking and I'm moving my head. So, see, my volume is little low, and then again I come to the mic and my volume is again normal. So, these type of problems also you can deal with the compressor. So, it is basically a dynamic shaping or volume shaping tool in a very normal language, I can say. Now, how it works? Normally, GoldWave had its own way, because again it is made for doing some basic audio editing stuff. It is like podcast, voiceover, etc. So, and it is meant not for the very hardcore sound engineer. It is made for the general people. So it will use some terms so that the normal people, general people, can understand it better. Anyway, so the basic principle is you should have a threshold. The same thing, threshold, everything. You should have a threshold. Now, the compressor will work or look at the audio if your sound cross the threshold. So, for example, you have set your threshold to minus 20. So, if I press this note, if it is like minus 25, compressor will not touch that, will not look at it. If it is like above minus 20, then it will start to look, okay, someone is crossing. For example, let's say you are a security guard of an office. Okay, so if someone is doing something, running outside of the office, you don't have anything to do. Your duty is not to do anything. But if someone wants to cross the gate and wants to get into the office, then your duty is to ask, okay, where you will go, what is your need, etc. Okay, so the threshold is the gate. Okay, now second parameter of compressor is called ratio. So, for example, let's say I am your boss and you are the security guard, and I told you, see, I don't like much people enters in my room. So, what you will do, if four people want to come in, you just allow one, and do it in this ratio. That means if 8 people want to come, allow only 2, like 4:1 ratio. Allow in 4:1 ratio. Okay, and in other hand, if I say, like, let's say I am a political person, okay, and I ask my followers there or my close one that, okay, if you will get 4 lakhs rupees to help people, only use 1 lakh for them. So use 4:1 ratio. Using 4:1 ratio. Okay, so sorry for the fun. Anyway, so this is the ratio. Now, how it works in audio? So let's say my threshold is minus 20, and I ask my compressor to act in 4:1 ratio. So if my voice is like this, and let's say it is minus 16, so how many dB it is crossing the threshold? 4 dB only, because the threshold was in minus 20 and my sound is minus 16. So it is trying to cross 4 dB above the threshold. Then what compressor will do? It will turn it down by 3 dB to make it only 1 dB. So it will only allow 1 dB to cross. So what will be the volume of this? Minus 19. It should be minus 16, but as I have engaged a compressor and I have put like 4:1 ratio, so it will allow only 1 dB to pass instead of 4 dB. So it will become minus 19. So minus 20 plus 1 equal to minus 19. If I like, let's say this volume is minus 12. So how much it is trying to cross? 8 dB, minus 20 to minus 12. Then what it will do, what the compressor will do, it will compress, it will turn it down, squash it, and allow only 2 dB to pass through. So the maximum final gain will be minus 18. So minus 20 plus 2 equal to minus 18. So I have given you the actual example as like minus 16, minus 20, minus 12. It may be like minus 17. It may be like minus 14, minus 13.5, etc., etc. And according to the ratio, the compressor will operate. Okay. So these are the main two things which you will get in the compressor. Now let me record
Deleted.
something. And
Control Windows
let me
left
just-
arrow. Desktop. Armed addictive key. Armed addictive.
let me just give yeah,
Control.
yeah, piano is fine, no problem.
File untitled. Time
So
0.
let me record something. So this time I have not done very extreme. I have just taken the realistic approach. So this is the piano.
Sir,
Yes.
how I can get this piano?
How?
I can get this piano.
It is a difficult thing to answer. I will get. You should have, you may purchase the VST. It is a paid one, okay, and you need to have a MIDI controller or a keyboard which supports MIDI, okay, and you need to learn Reaper or any other digital audio workstation for that.
Sir, keyboard music is fine for me.
Sorry.
Keyboard music is fine.
Yeah, some keyboards, I have one more keyboard which is a normal keyboard which is having very good pianos as well. Okay, so you can get those pianos from your keyboard if you have one, the normal stage arranger keyboard or workstation. See,
File untitled.
now,
So there's a question here.
Sure.
Can I?
yeah, sure.
How do you define the threshold? Meaning, the last time you just said an example of minus 20. Now that you played this piece and recorded it, how will you define what the threshold should be?
Okay, fine. Now, see, there are several ways to find it. Now, I need to know the loudest part of it, the piano which I have recorded. And ta-da, this is the loudest note, I believe. But still, I don't know the value. Let's say I don't have that much of a trained ears. Now, what I can do, I can just go to the normalized dialog. I'll not normalize, but I'll go there.
4%, 100%,
Maximize volume.
And I can see the maximum peak.
List view. Left 1 0.5227 minus 5.64 dB 0. Escape.
So it is around minus 5.6 or minus 5 dB. That is the peak of it. Now, you can gradually, when you'll play much with compressor, you'll get an idea like what should be my threshold. Threshold. Now see, what I believe that the normal portion, or what I can do, see, one more thing I'm doing. So you have already seen that my maximum peak value of the whole piano is minus 5.6. Now I am selecting some portion where the piano is playing normally. I mean, it is not over loud. have paused. I mean, used my, so this portion only selected, see, only this portion. Now I'll again go to the normalization dialog
32%. 100.
and see.
List view. Left to 0.2670 minus 11.47 dB 0 hours. Escape.
See, minus 11.47 dB. It is the normal, my average loudness of my piano which I have recorded. But that the whole portion, if I scan the whole portion, it becomes like minus 6. Okay, on an average. So it is like I can make it like minus 10 or so. So I need to reduce it by 4 dB, around 4 dB. It's not like actual math. Just an example I'm saying, like minus 11 point something and the loudest portion was minus 5.6. I can just reduce it to reduce it by 4 dB. Now there are some best practices which I'll discuss later on. But so I can put my threshold to let's say minus 14 and put the ratio as 4.1. So if I put like minus 14 as my threshold and put 4.1 as ratio, now calculate what will be the loudest portion normally if in compared to minus 14. We have discovered like minus 5.6 or minus 6 for example. So it will try to cross 4 plus 6, I mean 10 dB. So it will try to cross 10 dB in total in the loudest portion. Now as I have put my ratio as 4.1, so how much dB it will allow? 2.5 dB only. So what will be my final maximum volume? It will be near about minus 11.5. Okay, so that now sound doesn't always works as calculation. It is not the math. Your ears will tell you, but in that case you need to play with it much. It's not like in overnight your ear will be trained very much and you can identify everything and you can come to know like, okay, I need to put this thing. But initially we need to use some kind of calculation, okay, and figure it out, like where we need to put the threshold, etc, etc. So the more ratio you will put, like I have said like 4.1, I can say like 5.2 or maybe 8.1. The more it will compress, and more is not better. Okay, always more is not good most of the cases. So put like 3.1, 4.1, even sometimes 2.1, and this will be pretty good. Now let me go to the compressor dialog. Now here in GoldWave, they have actually combined two effects together. One is called compressor and the second one is called expander. Okay, now this compressor isn't that great, but it works. I have not touched about expander. I'll touch later on after the compressor maybe. Okay, so see, I'm going there in the effects menu.
Alt C, menu, effect menu, sensor compressor / expander shift plus control plus F4.
X.
So this is the effect compressor / expander. So I'll press enter over there.
Enter. Leaving menus. File untitled 1. Compressor / expander dialog. Presets edit combo.
So here are some preset, obviously. I'll not touch that.
Preview. Stop. OK. Cancel. Held. Multiplier left paren dB right paren colon edit combo. 0.00.
So it is saying multiplier dB. Actually, this control is called ratio. Here it is called multiplier, but it is actually ratio. Okay. So I can put like I can type 4.1.
1. Multiplier left paren dB right paren colon edit combo. 4.1.
Okay, and
threshold left paren dB right paren colon edit combo. Minus 15.00.
So here the threshold is set to minus 15 automatically. I'll put it like minus 14 maybe.
Minus 14.00.
So these are the two parameters which we have learned so far. And here are some more parameters, okay, in the compressor.
Were these default parameters or these were after scanning your file?
No, these are default parameters. It will not scan anything.
Okay.
Threshold left, attack left paren S right paren colon edit combo. 0.100.
So here is the attack time. So how attack works? What is the attack parameter? See, let's say my threshold is minus 14 and I have recorded this note which is minus 10. So it is trying to cross 4 dB, and I have put 4.1 ratio. That means it will allow only 1 dB to cross. So the final volume will be minus 13. So basically the compressor is turning the volume down by 3 dB. Now how quickly it will turn the volume down? Very quickly or slightly, I mean instantly, or little, like it will take 20 milliseconds or 50 milliseconds, etc, etc. Okay, this is the attack time. Now what to choose? If your sound is very frequent, like say I have recorded, so see my sound is very good, dun, 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 immediately loud, immediately loud, immediate loud. Maybe you have a drum kit, dik dik dik, like this, so it is immediate. But if I sing like twinkle twinkle little star, so my volume is going but gradually, going up but gradually, not instantly. Okay, if I see like so is immediate. But if I say like it is not immediate. Okay, so depending on the sound, your content, you should set the attack time. Okay, if it is like very quick content or immediately loud, I mean the transience is very high, then you put lower attack time. So what it will do, it will immediately turn down the volume. Or if it is like let's say a vocal, like violin, like something like that, then you put little higher attack time. So in my case, I'm dealing with the piano, and I have not played like, I have played solo type of piano. So I'll go with
Attack left paren S right paren colon edit combo 0.100.
0.100. I'll fine with that. 10 milliseconds, which is good for me. Now, if I press tab,
Release left paren S right paren colon edit combo 0.100.
release. Release is the opposite. So it is basically turning the volume knob down. Now, it shouldn't turn the volume down permanently. It should release it as well, because all of my notes are not loud. So basically how quickly it will reduce the volume or release the volume to its original state, that is determined by the release factor or the release parameter. And again, the same principle applies over there. If I say like little star, star, so it is a slow type of content. Star. So you should have higher release time. And if it is like this type of fast type of content, then you'll use lower release time. So in my case, I'll use like 50 milliseconds or so. So I can type like
Blank.
0.50. You can also use up and down arrow
0.500.
or page up, page down, to make your adjustment. So in my case, I am using 0.50, like 50 milliseconds of release time. So now
Mode expander radio button checked.
here's the mode, which is currently set to expander, but we'll use compressor.
Mode compressor radio button checked.
We have not touched expander yet, so I'm selecting the compressor mode. Now I'm pressing tab.
Settings anticipate attack checkbox checked.
There is a extra bell here called anticipated
Anticipate attack checkbox.
attack. So what it will do now, it is not very much important for you, but still you need to know what it will do. It will scan. I mean, when you are playing, when you are dealing with the compressor, it is scanning, na? Like what is the volume? What is the volume? What is the volume? If it is louder enough, then it will cut it down, turn it down. So it is basically scanning while the song is playing or while the compressor is processing actually. Now, in this case, the anticipated attack will scan the sound before it plays. I mean, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have recorded this thing. So while it is processing 2 or 3, it is actually looking at 1 or 2. So it is looking ahead. Okay, and trying to find if this is way loud, then it will turn it down. So basically, you don't need to play with that only. If you find that some accidental stuff, let's say you have recorded an audiobook and you have sneezed it sometime. Okay, so in that case, like I'm recording, so this is a book written by XYZ, and this was published in 1970. So if I have frequent tendency of frequent type of doing this type of thing, then only just to be 100% sure that the compressor will act properly, I can use the anticipated attack time. So if I put like my 10 millisecond, so it will look ahead of 10 milliseconds. Okay, stuff like that. Now the next parameter,
Settings use smoother checkbox checked.
use smoother. So this is a very nice control actually. So for example, I have recorded say this content. So see, I have mixed content. I have both, mainly the first phrases, but I have also. So here you find that okay, here mostly I have played smaller notes. So here obviously giving like smaller attack time, especially smaller release time, not the attack actually. It deals with the release time. So you'll put obviously smaller release times, maybe 15 milliseconds or so. But you have also this thing, slower type of notes. So if you think that okay, sometimes these slow notes also becomes way louder. For example, sorry. So I have done this type of accidental thing. Like sometimes when the slower portion is there, I have also played it way loud. Then you can use this checkbox and it will kind of change the release time in those portion. Okay, so this feature actually helps very much. If it is like constant like this, then you don't need to check that box. But if it is like sometimes it is becoming slow, sometimes it is becoming fast, etc., then you can use this smoother thing.
Settings process channels independently checkbox checked.
Then the next thing, which is very important, actually, I like it very much in GoldWave. It is saying process channel independently. Now, in my previous example, if you can remember, while I was demonstrating the normalization, excuse me, in one channel, my volume was minus 4.80. In other channel, it was minus 6 point something. So basically, in one channel, I was louder. In another channel, I was little, quieter. It is not my fault. It's the piano that designed it. It is designed like this. Anyway, so it actually, if this box is checked, then it will look at each channels and it will process it independently. So if one channel goes louder, for example, this bass note is coming mainly from my left ear, or this is mostly coming from my right ears. So if I put like heavy bass louder, then also it will process it independently. So there will be a balance between my left and right channel. So it is very good option actually.
Presets edit combo.
And then when we are again come back to the preset. So I have made some adjustment.
Enter.
And I am pressing
32%. 100%.
File untitled 1. File untitled. Times.
So it is almost fixed the issue. Still some notes are little louder, little. So I'm undoing this.
Undo.
And I'm again going to that.
Confirm dialog. Do you want to
Oh,
save?
sorry.
File untitled 1. Alt. Doppler dot compressor. Enter. Leaving menus.
And going there again, I'm adjusting.
help. Threshold left paren d multiplier 0
Multiplier
blank.
I'm typing 4.1.
1. Threshold left.
Threshold I'm putting it minus
Page
17.
down. Minus 16.00. Page down. Minus 17.00.
And
Attack left paren s right
attack,
paren colon edit combo. 0.10.
that is fine.
Release left paren s
Release I'm typing like
0 blank blank
0,
dash
sorry,
dash blank
0.50.
50. Mode expander radio button
Mode
check.
compressor.
Mode compressor settings anticipate attack checkbox checked.
Anticipated attack, I don't need that.
Not checked.
Settings use smoother checkbox checked. Settings process channels into presets edit enter. File untitled 1.
32%. 100%.
Time
So see, now it sounds very much balanced. Okay. So you can, deal this type of things with the compressor. Now I'll show you some more ways to use compressor,
deleted.
especially the voiceover thing. Now, for the sake of the demonstration,
Control Windows
let
left
me
speech left bracket. Arm
bypass my microphone's effects, I mean processing.
FB FX by
Hello,
B
okay.
armed addictive keys.
So now
Control
I am normal, I mean without any effect. Only a little bit of noise reduction is applied to my voice. Other than that, I am just normal without any effect.
file untitled
Now
1. Time 0.
I'm going to record something. A simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. What should she know of death? A simple child. Now let me again turn on my effect.
Control Windows speech left FX by armed FX by FB FX active. B armed addictive
Okay, fine.
Control Win file untitled 1.
So, see, listen this
Time now.
audio. A simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. What should she know of death? Fine, it sounds good, not bad. But it doesn't have that punch, okay, which is needed for the voiceover, if you want to record some promos like, you were listening to Radio XYZ and I'm your boss. You don't have that, I don't have that punch, but I want it. So see, if someone just, put their hands on your mouth and if you shout, see, my sound is not way louder because someone is, keeping my mouth shut. But you can see, when I'm shouting, hello, there's a punch. If I say hello, there is no punch. If I say hello, there's a punch. Now I'm doing it intentionally. Okay, but it is not always possible to do while we are doing voiceover and stuff like that. So see, my voice is there, fine, but a simple child, it lacks the punch. So what I'll do, first let me see the loudest portion of my voice.
7%. 100.
List view. Left to 0.6594 minus 3.62 dB
It
escape.
is around -3 or -4, -3 dB. So I will heavily compress it. So let me go to the compressor
Alt Doppler dynamics compressors enter leaving men
and
stop okay cancel help multiplier left paren dB
so in the ratio or multiplier, I'll put like 6.2 maybe.
6 2 multiplier left paren dB right paren colon edit combo 6.2 threshold left paren dB
And threshold, I'll put like -20.
dash 20
Extreme.
attack threshold left paren dB right paren colon edit combo -20 attack left paren s right paren colon edit combo 0.100
Attack, I'll put little short attack.
0.130
Sorry,
0.070 0.050
5 millisecond. And release,
release left paren s right paren colon edit
I'll put like maybe 30 or so.
page up 0.200 page up 0.300 mode expander radio button check
Mode compressor.
mode compressor settings anticipate attack checkbox checked
Anticipated attack, I'll uncheck that.
Not checked.
settings use smoother checkbox checked
Smoother is fine. Now I'm previewing it. A simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb.
settings anticipate attack mode compressor radio button checked Settings anticipate attack checkbox not checked. Settings use smoother checkbox checked.
Not checked.
Let me turn up the smoother. A simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. What should she know of death? Yeah, it is fine, but why it is squashing the other stuff? Let me see
Escape. File.
just a minute. A simple child. Let me normalize it first just to see whether I have recorded it wrongly or
7%. 100.
there is some issue with the compressor.
F. Full dynamic. Enter. File on type.
A simple child that lightly draws its breath. No, my recording was fine. So I'm undoing the normalization
Undo.
and again going to the
Alt.
compressor
Doppler dot dot. Compressor slash enter. Leaving men.
and again
Cancel. Hell. Multiplier left paren dB.
going with this maybe 8.1.
8. 1. Threshold left paren dB right paren colon edit combo. Minus 15.00.
and threshold I'm typing like
Page up. Minus 12.00.
sorry
Page down. Minus 18.0. Page down. Minus 19.
minus 19
Attack left paren S right.
attack
Release left. Attack left paren S right paren colon edit combo. 0.040. 0. Release left paren S.
release
0.800. Page down. 0.700. Page down. 0.500.
50 with C. A simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. What should she know of death? Now see, you can hear two things. One, you can hear the noise properly because it is squashed the dynamic. It makes the quieter sound louder because the noise is now way loud. And as it is not that great compressor, you can use third-party compressor as well. Okay, as it is not that great compressor, so it is giving some artifact. So let me try by reducing the threshold.
Attack left paren. Threshold left paren. Page up. Minus 16.00.
A simple child
Page up.
that
Minus
lightly
12.0.
a simple child that lightly draws
Page
its
up.
breath. A simple child that lightly no
Attack left paren S right paren colon edit combo. 0. Release left paren S right paren colon edit combo. 0.500.
let me
Settings use smoother checkbox checked. Settings anticipate attack checkbox move.
M.
Escape.
Not checked.
Settings anticipate.
Checked.
a simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in. See, it is almost there. Little adjustment I need to. Now see, I am way noise.
Sir,
Yes.
what is the command for review?
F4 is start the preview and F4 to stop the preview. F4 to start and F8 to stop the preview.
Threshold left paren dB right paren colon edit combo. Minus 10.00. Page up. Minus 9.0. Page up. Minus 8.0.
A simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. A simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. What should she know of death? See, now here is the punch.
Enter. File
Obviously, this recording isn't good. It is sounding really bad because of my noise. Okay, I have completely disabled everything, even the noise gate in my voice. So it is actually bringing my fans' noise also. But see, you can hear the punch of it. A simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. If you do it in a different type of compressor, you'll get even much better result. But unfortunately, the compressor of the GoldWave isn't that great. So that is why it is giving some artifact. And obviously, I'm doing it very extreme way. Okay, you always don't need to do it that extreme. Let me try. Yes, I'll take your question. Please go on.
Undo.
Yeah, what was this final effect that you got? What was the threshold you used and what was the ratio you took?
Yeah, my threshold was minus 10 and ratio was 8.1. Now I'll try with the lower ratio and higher, threshold and see what it does.
Compressor slash expand. Enter.
Okay.
Leaving cancel. Help. Multiplier left paren dB right paren colon edit.
Now I'm again putting 4.1
1. Threshold left paren
and
dB.
threshold I'm putting like
Dash.
minus 1, 6, 16.
Threshold left paren dB right paren colon edit combo. Minus 16. Attack left paren S right paren colon edit combo.
Attack is
0.060. 0. Release left paren.
release
0.200. Page up. 0.400. Mode expander rate. Settings anticipate
Now
attack check.
see, a simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. Uh, no, I'm not quite happy, but
Mode compressor radio. Release left paren s right paren colon edit combo. 0 0
let me
attack left.
turn down the
Threshold left paren db right paren colon edit combo. Minus 16. Page down. Minus 17.00. Page down.
minus
Minus 8.
18. A simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. What should she know of death? A simple
Minus 17.00.
A simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. What should she know of death? Almost there, but not quite happy because this compressor is acting a little differently. Anyway,
Enter.
so
File on title.
for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just entering
File
on
on
here
title.
and a simple child. So see, now it is punchy, but it has some issues. Sometimes it is going little low in volume. That is the problem with this particular compressor. And again, I have done it little extreme, but still it is now punchy. But the overall volume is now low because it has squashed the dynamics, the volume. Now what I can do, I can obviously normalize or I can just increase the volume. So let me just normalize it to
7%.
minus 1
Half
dB.
dynamic range. Minus. Edit combo minus 1. Enter. File on title. Time.
A simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. What should she know of death? So now it becomes little, a simple child punchy that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. Okay, so using this type of thing, you can use it in voiceover and a lot of stuff. Okay, first you need to remove the noise, which I didn't do. Okay, and then you can apply this. And there are some third-party free compressor as well. I don't have the name in my mind right now, but if you search compressor VST or free compressor VST, there will be a lot, and most of them are pretty good. Okay, so I'll request or suggest you to use third-party compressor if you can, if it is possible for you. But you'll get the same type of
So if you have to kind of apply 3-4 different effects, like for example, a normalizer, noise gate, and gain maximum gain, and the compressor, what sequence would you do it? Is the sequence important?
First, obviously, noise reduction or noise gate, which is applicable for you. That should be the first thing. Second thing is equalizer. Third thing, compressor or any type of maximizer, what you'll use. And normalize would be the last thing. If you want to use reverb before, use reverb first and then normalize. Normalizing should be the last thing of your job. When everything is done, normalize.
Okay.
And use equalizer before compressing. Okay, that is the recommended stuff. If you want to use both equalizer and and compressor, first you equalize because it is actually boosting something sometimes. So, and then you can use compressor.
Thanks.
Okay, so this is the compressor, and let me just
8:14 p.m.
Yeah, let me discuss a little bit about the expander as well. Expander is almost like the noise gate. What the noise gate does, it has a threshold and it looks at the file, at the audio. If the audio is below the threshold, it mutes the audio completely. Okay, and obviously in gate also you'll get the attack slider, the release slider, etc., etc., the same kind of thing. Now the expander, what it does, instead of muting the audio, it reduces the volume of it. Okay, just to make it some natural, just to give it some natural vibes. Okay, now when you will use noise gate and when you will use expander, it depends on the situation. If the noise is too much, it is better to use noise gate. If the noise is not that much, and especially removing the breath noise. So see, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So I have this breathing issue. I breathe in every after every sentences. Okay, in that case, if you want to get rid of the breath, occasional breath or kind of breath every time, etc., then it is better to use the expander. So it will not completely mute the breath, because some people wants the breath, because practically it is, when you are singing or when you are even reading a book, in that cases, you obviously will breathing. So some people prefer the breath, but not that loud. So basically expander will make it less loud. Okay, now as you have seen in the compressor window, the things are same. You need to put a threshold. Let's say I have put a threshold to minus uh, 30 dB. Then the multiplier which you will apply, if you type like 10 in the multiplier, so what it will do, if it finds that there is a piece of audio and the volume is below 30 dB, it will turn it down by 10 dB. So if it is like 31, it will make it 41. Okay, so it will turn down by that dB of volume which you have put in the multiplier box. So if you put 20, so if the your threshold is minus 30 and your, let's say, audio signal is minus 35, so it will turn it down by 20 dB, so it will become like minus 55. Then obviously the attack and release same. How quickly it will turn down the volume, that depends on the attack, and how quickly it will raise it to the normal position, to the original position, that will be determined by the release slider. Okay, so same thing, basically compressor is squashing the louder parts, and the expander is actually turning down the quieter parts. That's the only difference between these two things. Okay, the same next thing is related to the compressor, obviously. That is called limiter. I don't know whether we have spoke about it or not. See, now limiter is something, see, compressor, what the compressor is doing, it is reducing the volume according to my ratio. So see, if I put like minus 10 dB as the threshold, and if I put 4.1 as ratio, so if the volume is minus 6, it will be actually minus 9. The compressor will turn it down by 3 dB. But if the volume is, let's say, plus 5, so, or let's say plus 6, so how much? More than minus 10, so it is like 16 dB more than minus 10. So if the compressor process it in 4.1 ratio, so it will allow 4 dB increase. So that means the final volume will be minus 6 dB. Now let's say I don't want that. Okay, I have done this recording, fine. But my maximum peak should not cross minus 8 dB. Okay, my maximum peak should not cross minus 8 dB. So you can say like, okay, I can use the normalization dialog and put minus 8. That's fine. Let me give you practical
File
example.
untitled 1. Time 9.870.
So let me
Delete it.
just record some more. So this recording, now if I see the maximum peak value,
3%.
List view. Left to 0.2727 minus 11.29 dB.
minus 11.2 something,
Escape. File untitled.
and I can use some more process. Okay, I can use the compressor to give it some punch, etc. And if I want, okay, my maximum loudness, or say, let me just delete this recording just to give you better example. So you have seen that I have also recorded some portion pretty loud. Okay. Now I want the normal volume to be there. This normal volume. This time I'm playing it normally in normal volume. So let me see what is the maximum peak value of this particular portion.
23%.
List view. Left 10.2103 minus 13.54 dB.
Minus
Escape.
13.5.
Time
And
eight.
if I scan the whole file,
3%.
File on list view. Left 10.6594 minus 3.62 dB 0.
minus
Escape.
3. So see, it is way louder. Now I want everything will be, the maximum peak value will be minus 10 dB. Now if I normalize it to minus 10, what will happen? First listen without normalization. Now let me normalize.
100%.
Mac preview. Cancel. Help. Maximum left paren dB right. Page down. Minus 1.00. Page down. Minus 8.0. Page down. Minus 10 point enter.
Minus 10
3%.
dB.
100%.
So I have normalized. Obviously the maximum peak value now is minus 10 dB for sure. Now play the piano. The volume becomes pretty low because what the normalization did, it scans the whole file and finds the maximum peak value, which was minus 3 dB. So it turned down by 7 dB to make it minus 10. So the overall volume is actually decreased by 7 dB, which we don't want. So I'm undoing this.
Undo. Time 18 point.
So I'll go to the compressor dialog again.
Alt Doppler dot dynamics echo dot dot filter submenu dynamics dot 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 shift plus Doppler dot dot compressor slash enter.
Yeah.
Leaving menu.
And
Help. Multiplier left paren dB right paren colon edit combo 0.00.
so let me put 4 only, not 4:1. Only 4. There will be no is to. Okay, so I have type like 4. For example, oh by the way, you need to, if you want to type 4:1, you need to type 4.1, 4.1. Okay, this is the system actually. Anyway, so I have typed 4.
4. Threshold left paren dB right paren colon edit combo minus 15 points.
And threshold I am typing like minus 14.
Page up minus 14.00.
So see, threshold minus 14, ratio 4 or 4.0. That means it will allow the volume up to minus 10 dB. And then it will stop it over there because I have not put any threshold. Okay, see if I press enter.
Enter 0%. File untitled 1. File on time 8.
Oh my god, I have done a wrong thing.
Undo.
I have forgot to select compressor as the processor.
Alt C.
Sorry.
Compressor slash expand. Enter. Leave it. Cancel. Help. Multiplier left paren dB right. 4. Threshold left paren dB right paren colon edit combo. Page down. Page down. Minus 25.00. Page up. Page up. Minus 22.0. Page up. Page down. Minus 20.00.
Okay, so threshold is, oh no, I need to put in minus 14. I'm forgetting
Page up.
actually.
Minus 14.00.
Yeah.
Attack left paren S right paren colon edit combo. 0.100.
Attack is fine.
Release left paren S right
Release.
paren colon edit combo. 0.100.
I'll increase the release time. Maybe.
Page up. 0.200.
Yeah, 0.200 is
Mode
fine.
expander radio button check.
Mode
Mode compressor
compressor.
radio button.
Let
Enter.
me press
File
enter.
untitled 1.
100%.
Time 8.
So it did the thing, but this compressor is not actually working super fine. Still, I am getting some leakage of the louder notes. Okay, but actually this is the way to do. This compressor isn't that great, and I'll maybe the next thing you'll ask me, I'll recommend you some free compressor. Okay, now I cannot remember anything. So basically, yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing. Now I think there is one more special limiter application as well
Undo.
in in GoldWave. Let me just find it.
Alt C. Menu. Auto gain. Change. Fade in. Fade out. Loudness. Match volume. Maximize. Shape volume. Auto gain. Shift plus. Change volume. Fade in. Fade out. Loudness. Alt. Match volume. Maximize volume. Shape volume.
No.
Maximize volume. Match volume.
there is no limiter. So
Escape.
there are
Volume.
some special application
Escape. Menu bar.
or special effect called limiter. I mean, you can say like all limiters are compressor, but all compressors are not limiter this way. So a compressor can also be used as a limiter. Only thing is you don't need to put any ratio. You just put some value like 2 or 4 or something like that. So if you put 2 and if your threshold is -10, so it will allow up to -8. Okay, in this way you can use a limiter. So whatever the loudness will be, it will not allow to cross -8. So it will be there in -8. Okay, so it is also a good thing, for example, I have recorded one final piece and everything is done. I have added the effect and then again I have normalized it, but still I'm finding okay, it has been normalized, but the overall loudness is something which I'm not liking that much. It should be little louder, but if I make it loud, I mean if I increase the volume, then it is crossing -1. Okay, so it becomes a mess. What you can do, then you can put a limiter, and after increasing the volume you can put a limiter and limit to -1 dB, so the loudest portion will be squashed completely, and your maximum gain will be -1 dB. So this is also a very good tool. This actually comes in the mastering session, which is little advanced now, but you can certainly use that. But I am really sad to see the compressor isn't that great in GoldWave. I didn't play it with that before, the compressor. Anyway,
So if you were to acquire, download a free compressor that you recommend, how do you configure it with GoldWave?
yeah, we have, I think, demonstrated that in session number 9 or 8. I forgot. Okay, later on, I'll
Okay.
obviously you should go to the tools menu. Okay, and
Alt menu. Speech file express effect cue points control compare CD amplitude speech convert file merger dot
sorry, not in the tools menu, in the options menu,
options menu window dot toolbar theme dot storage dot plug dash in sub menu
and go to the plug dash ins sub menu
effect sub menu
and go FX sub menu
plug dash in over network dot gwvst dot
and choose GWVST. So from that GWVST window, you need to add the path where your VST plugin, which you have downloaded for free or you have purchased, is there. You need to add the path, and then the same VST will be there
effect sub menu escape plug dash in sub
after
escape
adding.
menu bar
I think I have added already
escape
some.
leaving menu
So let me see. If I go to the FX menu,
Alt C menu
I should get something called plugin sub menu.
voice over time dot stereo reverse reverb dot plug dash in sub menu
Yeah.
N,
So under FX, there is a plugin sub menu. If I go there,
gwvst sub menu
G,
I'll get GWVST sub menu.
ambient reverb left bracket d colon backslash gold wave back mangled verb left bracket old school verb left pancake 2 left tape delay left bracket w1 limiter left bracket d
So these are the effects which I have added. There is a free limiter plugin which is called W1 limiter, which you can obviously download. It's a very, very good plugin. I use it to my professional mastering as well.
ambient reverb left
Okay, so these are some of the plugin which I've just added for demonstration. Okay, which unfortunately there is only the limiter, no compressor I have added. So I'll try to find one good free compressor and suggest you maybe in the next
escape
class.
gwvst sub
And
menu
in the
escape
meantime, you
So,
can also search for it.
escape
So adding a path, how do you add the path? You just
escape
So the VST now comes in two different ways. It may comes in DLL format. I mean, maybe in the zip, and if you unzip it, it will get a DLL, like maybe my compressor.dll in this format, or it may be in exe format. Now, if it is in exe format, I mean application, then you need to install it. And while you are installing this, it will ask for a path where you should put your VST.
yeah.
So you can give your path like C colon backslash VST, or maybe D colon backslash GoldWave backslash VST. Any path you would like to prefer, but I'll recommend a universal path. I mean, whatever VST you will install this same directory. And if it is a DLL file, then you can create a folder manually, and you can,
There is a reminder for Pradip.
yeah, and you can just
Right.
add this path to your GoldWave.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's time for you. If you have any question, we'll
Yeah, sir. Sir,
please
uh,
go on.
sir, can you send me JAWS script for this thing?
Yeah, I told you I'll send you the JAWS script, no problem.
alt control windows
Okay,
F5
and sir, can I put my WhatsApp number in the chat?
No, you just send me a hi, na? I'll add you to the group. Okay, you send me
Okay,
a
got that.
hi. Yeah, you have my number,
Yes,
so you
sir.
just send me a hi. I'll add you. Yes.
Sir, can I have a request? Can you please send in the email the the plugins that you have, or and included the limiter, sir? If
Now
it is
through email
okay.
it cannot be sent. Okay, because it is DLL files, so it will not
Yes, sir.
allow you me to do.
The
And
zip,
even
sir.
yeah,
You
I'll I'll
can.
I'll try to
Yes,
use some third party, cloud service
sir.
to send this.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
And sir, can I just get this? If I told you on the phone, I'm not getting it on blind help. This thing, GoldWave.
Yeah, you just contact me off list and I'll try to help you.
File untitled 1.
Now, if you have any question to ask, feel free to ask me, and then we will end the class. And see, in my voice, you should get the punch of it because I have already used compressor in my voice. So if I even talk very quiet, I like, hello, hello, how are you? Still, there is a punch in my voice because I have used the compressor. Okay, so it basically helps, uh, to shape your voice properly and, make your sound good. But don't do it over. Don't do it too much because too much compression will, reduce the dynamics, which is not that great all the time. So depending on your source, your instruments and, your stuff, you should use your compressor.
Sir,
Yeah.
yeah, we are saying we can also add in GoldWave for better quality.
Yeah, there are so many, hundreds of VSTs, both free and paid, which you can add in GoldWave and get some good results. That is a very good thing in GoldWave. It allows you to add third-party VSTs. Most of them works with GoldWave. Some VSTs do not work, but these are very less in numbers. So
Dinesh,
yeah, I
enter.
think you don't have any
Control
question
S.
to ask. Please play with this compressor and all. It sounds little tough, I know, but you should play and you should understand it properly. If you have any question later on, you can ask to the group and me or someone else will give you the answer. Okay. Now in normal editing, editing in GoldWave or Soundfold, people don't play much with this compressor and all because these are little professional and little advanced. But I would like to at least show you how it works. So if you can obviously apply the same in your production to make your sound pretty good. So let's call it a day, and we will meet you in the next Sunday. Okay, until then, take care and be blessed.